What's going on, guys? So I am stuck in traffic. I'm stuck like Chuck. I had a delivery. Remember I was telling you taking notes? Well, sometimes when you take notes and then you pick an order up, right? Because I had this order, they're gonna pay me 8 something for 2 miles. I said, all right, that's not bad. Said it'll take me like 10 minutes. And then I got here and the traffic is so bad that I wish I didn't take it. And I didn't write notes or nothing. Take notes. Because I didn't know there was traffic ahead of me, you know? So now it's going to take me an hour to get home. I was like, shit. So even though you take notes, doesn't mean you're going to be stuck in traffic. But this one I'm stuck in traffic because, I don't know, I think the road is closed or something. Who knows? But I didn't feel like being stuck in traffic. Now if I was on the meter or something, you know, and they're paying me, yeah. But it sucks. Let me lower the AC. It's cloudy today. Anyways, it's cloudy today and it's a miserable day. I hate the cloudy, you know. Sometimes I wish I could go back to California. But you have no money, you have no house and no income coming in, you know, you're kind of like stuck. You know, my parents live out in the middle of nowhere. You know, they're retired, so they get a very good income. So it's like the old saying goes, if you don't work, you don't eat, you know? Anyways, I'm stuck in traffic. Shh. Come on, Pops. Let me see if I can get in there, man. People let me in there. Yeah, one thing about me is though, even though I live in the city, I can't stand traffic. You know, and if you were to go to an isolated area where there's no homes, jobs, or nothing, you can't make money, you know? So sometimes you have no choice. If I was making money on YouTube, if I was wishing everything else, I'd be better off. You know, sometimes I say, you know, if I was making money on YouTube, you know, because a lot of people, what they do is they make videos and they're hoping that, you know, they're going to succeed, right, and make money on YouTube. A lot of people don't, but some people do, you know. It's like they get lucky or they get attached by other viewers because, you know, their content is good or their vocabulary or they're funny or who knows what the hell. People like them and they get a lot of views and they make good money. But I was saying, so anyways, if you were to make money, good money on YouTube, I definitely wouldn't be doing this, and I would just be sticking to my vending business. But yeah, you just never know, you know. Some people just get lucky, I think. And I think they get attached, you know, to viewers, because you have to have viewers, right, in order to make money. I mean, you could have 10,000 views, but if people are skipping your content, you're not gonna make any money. You know, if you get 1,000 views and people skip, you know, to like the main point of the story or the video, you're not gonna make, you know, any money. So if you're a good editor, you know, you make good money. Or if you do, you know, like stupid pranks, you know, and people like that stuff, you make good money. It's just the name of the game. So If I was to make good money on YouTube, yeah, I wouldn't be doing this crap. But it's probably, maybe I got bad luck, man. Who knows? You know, I'm not attractive, I guess. That's all right, you know. I just do my videos. People watch them. They watch them. They don't. Then I have no control over it. So, anyways, guys, I'm stuck in traffic, and I'm very irritated because I hate being stuck in traffic. That's one thing I don't like about the city life, is the stupid traffic. You hear the ambulance? So that was the ambulance. So something happened, you know, like, I can go on and on and on for days, man. Even when I'm in my car working, I talk to myself. There's nobody to talk to, you know what I mean? As long as you don't write stuff down, you know, you ain't crazy, you know what I mean? I think everyone does that. But I was saying, is there another way to get home? Shit, man. I'm not gonna do no editing. Let me see, what the hell. That's the thing, is when you're stuck in traffic like this, you're not making any money, you know? You can bitch, you complain about it, you know, it doesn't help anything. So I'm wondering, if I make a left, you know, would I get stuck in traffic going that way, or what the hell? I guess I'm just gonna go straight. So, yeah, I was saying, yeah, I don't remember, what was I saying? Something about traffic. Yeah, you just can't make no money, you know, like, stuck like this. And then, if you have to go to the bathroom, you know, what do? Pull over and piss on the side or something? Man, I'm going to tell you something, too. Yesterday, I went to this restaurant, right? And I don't know, the food was nasty. And I got sick. Like, and I didn't throw up or nothing, but I felt nauseated all day, like my stomach. And I said, I'm never going to that restaurant again. Even and it had excellent on there, you know, like their you know, sometimes they have a sign. I don't know, in King County, or they have signs on their window, you know, if their food is fair, good, or excellent. I think that doesn't mean their food is good. It just means that, you know, the cleanness of the restaurant, and, you know, the way that I guess the accordance with the restaurant, you know, the dress codes and all that. Anyway, so I'm not sure what exactly it means. That it doesn't mean, I know for a fact, doesn't mean the food is good, because they don't go in there and eat the food, you know. They go in there and see if your utensils are clean and all that. So I went in the restaurant and it said excellent on there. And man, it tore me up. And I said, never going to that place ever again. It happens once in a while. You go to these restaurants and you think that, you know, it's good food, and it turns out to be the worst, you know. And yeah, so my stomach hasn't been the same since yesterday. And I'm starting to come out of it now, you know. takes me usually like 2-3 days. I don't know. I said, man, I haven't felt like that in a long time. So, guys, even though the restaurant has a sign saying that it's excellent, doesn't mean squat. Because I've been to fair restaurants and they were excellent food. And I've been to excellent places and their food was not great. So I don't really believe in that, you know, that crap where they say, you know, fair, good, and what's the other one? Oh, it says poor, fair, good, and excellent. And they got like a square sign on there, you know, with the happy face and all that jazz. So kind of upset really, because you know, sometimes you pay good money, you know. All right, guys, well, I just wanted to blab, you know, let you know I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there, man. Going on my new adventure, you know. New adventure. I gotta think positive, you know. A lot of times I think negative because, you know, it's just the way I am. I don't know. I try to think positive, you know. A majority of the time I do think positive, but a lot of times with these things going on, and you know, sometimes you have to get out of that mood, you know, because they can take you down, you know what I mean? And they can make your day shitty. I mean, all day. But yeah, so that's the end of the video, guys. Thanks for watching, and you know, I'm gonna try to make my day better today. So take care. We'll see you in the next one, next video.